working hard still was in there for me to me for Generation X. Back then we used to,
Yes,
and I mentioned to you, Trayvon, we babysat, we washed cars, we ran errands, and we
exactly.
did a little bit of, of,
You
of
did things, cut
everything.
grass,
Uh-huh.
and yes,
But now what I'm observing now personally is you got the millennials and the Gen Z saying, I'm not babysitting no baby. I'm not
right.
cutting no grass.
Shout
That
out
type
to a
of thing
comment
because yeah.
from
Oh, I'm
on
sorry.
YouTube. I'm sorry, not cutting you off. I just want to
Hey,
throw it out there while they're watching, while they're on here.
absolutely.
Got to be
Thank you.
Me TV on YouTube. I'll be
Uh-huh.
sure to check out your YouTube channel after we get off the live. Thank you for
Yes.
stopping by. That's the first
Thank you.
YouTube comment that I've seen and paid attention to and review.
Yay.
So thank you to you for even stopping by. This is just stop it. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
Thank you
Mommy,
so
baby
I'm a
Joe.
much.
That's my son
Appreciate you.
Joe.
yeah. Oh, okay. That's what's
That's
Yeah.
up.
that's the other
Thank you for stopping
that's
by.
the other apple
Okay,
on
you got
this
some
tree.
family in the
Thank
house.
you,
That's what I
Joey.
like.
Oh my God,
Thank you.
It's
me
a
and Ari.
family
Thank you guys.
You
You,
said
I
you were
tell
mighty
you, it's
welcome.
a family affair.
affair.
That's
Oh
what's
man,
up.
that's one of my
That's special.
babies. That's both of
That's
my babies
special.
on the show tonight. Wow, you
Yeah,
guys are
Thank
amazing.
that's
you.
special.
Much love, much love. Love you guys.
Of
Wow,
course.
this
Thank
is this is so cool. And you know they know. They got some
Yeah.
stories
Oh,
to
you.
you
tell
know they
too.
know. You
Oh
know
yeah.
they
You
know.
know they know. My kids know they got some stories. Listen, guys, share your stories if you want to. They know they've been through it. They got to it. Things did change. But I'm gonna talk after Eric. Eric, what you say
Yes.
now?
Yes. Let me turn the camera over. You want to hear what's your
Absolutely.
opinion on um the workforce? I mean, I've seen you just this week at your job because I had to return a couple things. So you always on the ground. But tell us what you have to say about um mental health in regards to the workforce. You know, that's the ultimate subject for today. So, tell us what you think,
Mm.
E.
And it's crazy you mentioned it because like as soon as we talked about work, I was just like, man, I gotta go to work in the morning myself. And I was just thinking to myself, I was just
Oh
like, I
wow.
was thinking to myself, like, there are things that like mentally everyone goes have like for example, my grocery manager, like stress hits her hard at work. So and she's a
Understood.
bit older. So
Yeah.
it's like when you see, like I see older people, young people. I've been there
Hmm.
for 5 years where I work at. So
Right.
I see the people who come and go, the people who stay, the interactions with different people, and you can see the level of mental health and where people are nowadays at a very
Yeah.
low morale. Like most
Yeah.
people
Mm.
who come in my job as it is, it's just like we're all either just tired or we're just here or we're just like, hey, work is work. It's like there's like, if anything,
Yeah.
we just, take everything with a grain of salt and keep like at this rate, it's like you see the different, and mind you, people at my job from different ages, from like some, I have a assistant grocery manager that's like in his 60s. It's these, you see these people, you see their energy towards the job. You see their stress levels, the things they get stressed about, and you
Yes.
kind of I feel like sometimes the level of mental health isn't talked about as much, even with the like even the elder people, because it's just like they've been through, and I look at my mom and dad as a prime example of this because my mom and dad, they were mind you, they're born in 1936, 1937.
Wow.
The amount of years put on their generation and the things they had to go through, Jim Crow laws and all those kinds of things, working for white people, scrubbing people's floors. Like my mom used to have to do those kinds of things. And so for me to see where that put them now mentally and the amount of just just pulling through they had to do just to get to where they are now, you can see where the mentality
Yes.
and the morale is, but even with them, and because they're in their older age, it's more of this is what the world has done to them, this is what they got from it, this is what they've
Mm.
been fighting for, and now that they're at peace, they're now it's just like you're set in this newer generation with all that struggle you had to face with and seeing. a younger generation with brighter opportunities, you you can kind of see the especially what they see on the news. You can even see and the just the loss of where this generation, this newer generation is going for this country, and it feels weird now because everyone who's working, you're either working for just a check or
Hmm.
just even just working just to make side money. Most of the people at my job just that job. They have
That
other
part.
jobs that they're working,
Yeah.
and you can see the amount of amount of people that I walk up to every day. It's just like I haven't got much sleep, but I'm gonna just keep working and doing what I gotta do to keep my head pushing. And that's the mentality of today's no real hey, sitting down and what are your mental thoughts? Like, what are you going through? Like,
Mhm.
anything you can
Yeah.
talk about, or like people having to actually open up with things. Like, people carry so much inside to a point where they're used to it and it becomes a habit. So
Indeed.
when you see it, it's just it becomes that time where I've seen people let loose people or let go of friends that they didn't really have to let go of, and it's just so much that happened, and just even through the recent years, there's been plenty of deaths going around, and
Hmm.
just a lot of things going on in people's lives. I had a and this hit me on a personal level because I remember that pain because he had lost his my a preacher that's at my church, her nephew had lost his mom, and he works at my store.
Mm.
Mhm.
His name is Troy, and me hearing this, you get in his face when he came to work. Like, he even tried to work some days, and he just couldn't. Some days he broke down, and they had to send him home because it just hit him that deep. And mind you, me looking at it from his perspective, and he's like 18, 19. I was 13 when I lost my mom, brother, and grandfather.
Mm.
So to able mind of seeing that pain of what that looked like, and people trying to work through it, even then it's just man, for you to have
I
to
feel that.
live through that. And it's just mind you, the way I've seen it, it it's, it gets a lot deeper for me because me being I get brought, it's the situation where I had that was my biological mom, the people I live with, are my adopted parents, who I still call mom and dad, because at the end of the day, they raised me, as
Yeah.
out of anything. They didn't have to raise me and my brothers. So for that, and I thank them a lot. So it's just those mental things that I know of, and just grown to cherish a bit more. But even at times, it's just that workplace. It's just the morale is low. You, I mean, some of the people try to stay high morale just to you know, just to try to get through the day from time to time, and you have a few. For the most part, it's just I feel like if people would talk more and express more to other people,
Mm.
but it's just the amount of trust in the workplace. You really don't trust nobody nowadays.
Yeah.
Joey said,
It's
God
just the
bless you.
world we live in.
Joey said, God bless you, by the way. I'm just throwing that to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate
Keep
that.
going. I'm sorry.
Cause,
Mhm.
cause it's stuff like that today it hurts to see, but even though there's something you can do about it, and for me sometimes I even say, we need to get back into the things of just little things that, my mom used to always tell me, when you walk, always speak, say hello, no matter
Yeah.
what
Mhm.
kind of day it is, what kind of, and I've kept that literally when I go into work today, I still say hello to pretty much everybody, try to
Exactly.
not really get to
Yeah.
know, but just know the names of who I'm around, and if we have conversation every now and then, that's cool. But I still get my work done at the end. But just small interactions like that, though, I feel like would be a lot more healthier for people in the workplace and for
Very
people to
true.
have,
Yeah.
like, even. And I feel like even if the desire, it might not be a desired pay for now until you find another
Mm-hmm.
job, but to help you work with the people around you and create better environments now opens up the bigger ideal for the workplace. And
Indeed.
especially when you get to talking about different generations and their work ethics, because like me, and I do hear a lot of people like my age who say like cutting grass, like, oh, I don't want to do that, and it's just like, and people don't want to cut grass, and I've had to me having to do those things, like working with my dad over this, like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
times over the summers.
Every
It's
time
just
I reach
that
out to you, that's what you say you do. I'm cutting grass, or I'm at the church, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that you like are always doing something wonderful, and one of those people that inspire me to keep moving and stay at consistent with one job and try to level up and try to become a manager and try to is Shanita is one of those people that just stepped
Mm-hmm.
in. So I seen her. I wanted to say shout out to you too because I just seen your notification of you liking the post and I seen that number go up. So shout out to you and thank you for stopping by. But um, Eric is one of the people that I used to work with. So he's one of
Mm-hmm.
those people that when I was on my since we're talking about mental health, when I was on in the workplace, since I was when I was going through my little mental health spill and going through things that I've never been through, he was one of those people who I counted on to remain positive. And I realized like
Mm-hmm.
later on, I started to have to be the same thing in my work environment because customers would come in when he talked about like customer morale and how people are and how people speak to each other. Um,
Mm,
I realized the power of saying hello. I'm one of those
Mm-hmm.
people, some people ask me, why do you speak to everybody? Because it's done so much for